to Chatter, and today we're going to talk about sisterhood.
Yay.
One of my favorite things to talk about. Well, maybe not my favorite, but I acknowledge the presence of how important my friends are to me.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to y'all now, since I've been known not to be the most emotional friend, that I value you guys.
Aww.
Sisterhood is very important to me.
It is. Sisterhood is very important.
Which is one of the reasons I'm trying hard to get back to Georgia, because I want to be
with
near
your
my
sister.
friends.
Oh,
I know.
that's sweet.
That's important.
So I know two of you guys are in actual sororities. Joe and I are not.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I used to want to pledge, but now I'm old, so
No.
I don't. No, I don't have.
Talk about that
Listen,
later.
I don't have time to volunteer. I still got young kids. Remember, I got young babies. So
And how old is the baby?
he 8.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Okay.
So when your kids were 8, you had time to go
Yes,
volunteer.
my kids were
We're not
babies.
talking about you.
Oh,
You're an exception to everybody's rule.
whatever.
Okay, so when my kids were younger, when like Ava was 8, my husband and I, we was on the side of the street making sandwiches and chili and passing it out.
Well, y'all
And my
was
daughter, you just
pastoring
started.
stuff.
And my daughter was like, "Mommy, can I give my coat to that little girl because she's cold and she needs my coat?" So yes, I was out volunteering.
Well,
It
I
may
don't
not
have
have been.
energy.
It may not have been in a construct of a sorority, but yes, we was out. Yes, we were.
Okay, well I don't have energy.
Oh, well,
So-
then, okay, well let's be
all right,
honest.
so-
That's
That's
fine.
different.
That's
No,
right.
I don't. So I know at this point, because you're gonna have volunteers. So I have my own personal sorority.
Okay.
Crazy heifers that I love. Okay. So,
Crazy heifers. Okay.
Yes.
is sisterhood important to you the way it is to me? Like, do you value me, Lydia?
Oh, definitely.
Girl.
And I
Because you sure don't call me. I'm just joking.
you see,
I'm not joking, but I am.
that is why we're such good friends. Because, like, for example, if I haven't talked to them in a while, it's like when I call you, it's like
Pick up instantly.
Pick
yeah.
up instantly,
It's
and
Lydia.
it's not that judgment like, oh, I haven't heard from her, I'm not answering her call because she ain't called or
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because I normally tell whoever I'm talking to, oh Lord, it's Lydia. I gotta call you back. I'm talking to her because I know she
You
can't.
know,
Yeah.
and you're right. I have to make more time for that because it is important to me, and it makes me feel fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? It
Okay.
gives me energy and all of that. So sometimes I get into like kind of like not really a rat race, but more of a
rut.
wheel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a
Rut.
rut and like that hamster wheel.
Right.
And then being with y'all makes me feel like energetic and all
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
But
You pause.
sometimes it can be overwhelming when you're in organizations. So I'm like in a couple organizations of women.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. And so with my sorority, I feel like we have a focus. You know what I'm saying? So when we're meeting, it's about that focus. So it's not as stressful, whatever. But I personally value my sisters because of the family structure I came from. So this is like my stability, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the place where I can just be myself.
Yeah.
So like literally my mom even knows if anything happens to me, she knows who to call to do my final wishes and stuff because
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? Don't be acting like that. Look, I'm glad you feel like that. Because Rod, you know, Rod is another one of my sister
You better
friends.
take her
Look,
off that list.
Look,
You better
I
take
would
her
call
off
her
that
right
list.
there.
Rob was that Jesus like, Joanne, I want to do your obituary. I was like,
so they will. They're gonna have
She said
to.
she does?
She wants to.
No,
Oh.
I thought you had said that
I was
one
about to say,
time.
I don't see her
No,
doing anything.
she's gonna be
I didn't do nothing but cry, but
That
I
does
would be
that.
there to make sure everything's
It's
together.
right. The
Like, I
right
would be
people
the-
are
yeah, I
invited. The
would
right
do that.
people are informed. The right stuff is in there. The right stuff ain't
Yeah.
in there.
Oh,
Some
Oh
of
my
my
God.
sisters, I'm their person that's gonna get their phone, delete everything out before it's turned
Come
over to
on,
them.
come on.
I'm
come
serious.
on.
Like, I'm the person.
You got that
But
friend.
even
yes.
Rob was like, "Oh, I'll pull the plug on you," because I'm like, I'm afraid nobody will pull the plug. Like, I need somebody that's gonna pull the plug, because I do not want to be a vegetable. So
Okay.
Rob was like, "I got you." I said, "Well, thanks a lot."
I can see
So
her.
he's
Wow.
gonna handle that, but y'all are gonna have to align with my mom and make sure everything's because y'all know me better
Yeah.
than my blood
Right.
family.
Yeah, yeah.
So I always say I'm blessed that
Yeah.
God purposefully put people in my. Think about us. my freshman year in college, and I never saw you again. Then I see you at a recruitment fair in Georgia, like all those years later, like, you know what I'm saying? And then we live together, and we have kids the same age and all that. So it's like, I know these people were supposed to be in my life.
Right.
I almost named my first daughter Lydia from meeting her. And I was like, I like that name, because I wasn't even her friend. I was her friend's friend.
Oh, okay.
And she introduced me to her, and Lydia just kind of looked at me. But you were friendly.
She was so crazy though. You know what I'm saying? You know how Deidre is. And so I'm a little freshman. You know what I'm saying? And she's just and she's like. And I also have a thing with authority. So, like, she was our dorm person. Like, she was the one that, you know, so I don't know if she's going to be snitching, you know what I'm saying? Or, so she was an authority figure. So, I'm not going to have that camaraderie with her because she was, like, in charge of us, basically.
Yeah, I
Can you believe that you were in charge of me?
I know.
That's laughable now.
Shoot, the girls who lived on my floor, listen, let me back in at such and such. I'm supposed to be keeping them out.
We went to school where there was no co-ed dorms. You had an old lady that sat at the door at midnight. You could not come in.
Yes.
What's her name again?
Miss Donaldson.
Miss Donaldson. You better not come after midnight to go wherever you been.
Wherever
you been, you better stay there.
You better go back.
Yeah, I think sisterhood is important. I think for me, sisterhood is important because, like you said, I need my tribe.
Yeah.
I definitely need my tribe, and I need the women around me that's going to encourage me, that's going to support me, act as a sounding board, hold me accountable. And I need to feel loved and respected. And I think that's so important. You know, I hear some women say that, you know, they don't have female friends. I feel so
that always makes me feel bad.
That hurts it hurts your soul.
I don't know what I would do without my girlfriends. I really don't know what I would do without my girlfriends. I couldn't get on the phone and have those people that accept me because I have to always be on. Because of my position, I'm always on. But I know that when I get around my girls, I can be myself and I can talk to each other. And we can relate. So when I hear that people do not have girlfriends, well, I can't get along with girls and da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking, that's
might
sad.
Be internal.
That's
something you need to reevaluate.
Yeah, but even with you're saying that, I may be one of the people that say that because my friend circle, I see them as like family, like sisters. So most of my friends are guys. So if you see me out, you're going to see me most likely with a bunch of guys.
Yeah, but it's not like you don't have
friends.
But you have a bunch of.
But my
y'all are like.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
I just think my mom.
I think it's important. I think sisterhood is definitely important. I think the right sisterhood. I think those that are not even whole, because we all got our issues.
I felt it all up in there.
Not, you know, like
not
broke.
A whole person.
Yeah, a whole person.
Not a hoe, like blue eyeshadow. And lashes.
No, I said, you know, they have the whole. She's so stupid. Sisters that are whole. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we've all full circle. You know, we met when we first got our job, and we were single parents and stuff like that. So, you know, to see the evolving relationships and stuff, I think it's so important, and I'm just glad I have it. But I'll go ahead. I don't want to go ahead, but I'm just saying. But I do think some people, have you felt as though there's some people you have, I don't want to say outgrown because you're going in different directions.
Definitely.
I feel like some people have outgrown me. There's like a couple of, well, you know, one of them that like just stopped talking to me. You know, one. And then another one was my roommate from college. Like I'll say maybe junior year, senior year from college. And we were super close. Like I was in her wedding, she was in my wedding, blah, blah, blah. And then she just stopped. And I feel like she feels like she outgrew me, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? It was hurtful in that moment because like she had another baby and like things have happened, even to the point where I had a school counselor that started working at my school, and she knew that I knew her because she came from a previous school, and then she was telling me about all these health issues she had, and I knew this girl since she was 19. I didn't know any of it. Like, she was in the hospital for over a year.
Oh, wow.
Here in Georgia. She had moved from Florida, came here, and something happened. She was literally, and I got no phone call from the husband, the child, nobody.
Oh, wow.
So it was hurtful for that moment, but I feel like she felt like she was beyond our relationship.
You know what? It's perception messes up a lot of friendships.
That's true.
Because I recently rekindled with some friends, and one of them, our conversation was, we basically thought the same thing about the other person.
Okay.
The perception happened in the same location, which is funny. It was Alicia's little birthday party. She was turning 4, I want to say.
That's when our little friend tried to run through.
Yes. Lord Jesus, his dad behind. Shout out to Ty. So anyway, but in that moment, I felt like, so her life was going in a different direction than mine. I was recently divorced. I was kind of struggling. It looked like hers was more stable. And mine maybe started before then in college when she pledged. And I recently told her that story, and she was like, heifer, I said, no, you had your little sorority sisters. We went to 2 different schools. You didn't have time for me. No, heifer, no. And she said when she came and saw my circle, she felt like, oh, wow, she doesn't have time for me. She has her own
perception.
life.
Yeah.
And so perception plays such a big part in everything.
It does.
But perception is reality.
Yeah.
That's true. So you gave me a little nugget. I mean, reach out and call her and just so we have closure. Not, to rekindle anything, but to have closure, because I could be just assuming that and she could be thinking, just not having time, because at that time I had business and, small kids and all that. She could have been like, well, I'm going to back away.
Yeah.
But you can tell if you were really friends by how you get back together. Like me and Tasha broke up one time.
Y'all did?
Yep, we broke up.
When was that? Like what year?
Right after we graduated.
From college?
How long was y'all broken up?
Her mama, shout out to Bernice.
She said
brought us
how
back
long
together.
were we broken up
It
for?
wasn't
Probably about maybe a year, because
was it a year?
Probably
No,
because
since I got pregnant right outside of college.
right, but we didn't start talking about it until after the baby was about born, or when he was pregnant with her. He was pregnant with Alicia?
I only care.
Did y'all graduate at the same time from there?
Yeah, we did.
At the same, same semester, like everything. Spring.
And so she tried to throw me away, and her mom was like, "No, you need to go back."
Oh.
Yes, I'm very thankful to my mother. She's the most beautiful person in the world. She has a big heart. She loves everybody all the time. And she has always, really sweet. She's always taught me to always see something from other people's side. So as we talk about perception and how you say you're going to call your friend back and maybe not even closure.
Maybe.
It's maybe it's a temperature check. What if we call it a temperature check?
Maybe email.
That's what I'm thinking about. I'm getting mad again.
Right.
Email.
Yeah, I do think sisterhood is. I think that it evolves as time. I think that as we grow, I think just like one of my favorite saying is life. You have ebbs and flows. You're gonna have good times and bad times. But like you said, true friendship definitely stands the test of time, and you come back and you enjoy each other and you forgive each other, and everything is beautiful. I think every tribe, every person plays a role. I think that's something that we haven't necessarily touched. I think that everybody has a role, and I think that even within your tribe, I might tell Joe something that I might not necessarily tell Dee, or I might tell Joe first. I might tell Joe first because I may be processing it. And then when I'm ready to deal with somebody's judgmental views, I might tell them.
And then I don't tell them anything until
everything is over. No,
that's my toxic trait. I deal things internally. I don't deal with things.
Don't be offended by that. No, I have a friend group the same. I will tell you something because I'm telling you because I need to hear
the judgment.
That I'm not calling it judgment. I need to hear that, so I'm going to tell you. Because
what do you need to hear? I'm sorry. Specifically,
what
is it?
She offers.
I'm sorry. It is a pronoun. What is it that she offers? I just need to know.
What Deidre offers. Okay. I need to hear that. But I have a friend group that's like that, and one friend will get upset because I'll like mention it, and the other one doesn't know, but we're all close. Right. And I'm like, I was supposed to say that. I thought we all knew everything. But she will tell me stuff because we both have kids the same age. Right. They have similar experiences, blah, blah. And the other person is like, Deidre style. You know what I'm saying? You tell her something, you better be ready to hear what she has to say.
True. And we all need that. We like that.
I don't have no problem. I ain't got a problem.
Deidre is very brutal.
No, she's going to tell you. She's going to tell. But go ahead. Deidre, do not change.
Okay, so I'm not. So
I'm accepting it.
That's good.
But I didn't think I was.
But we just accept it.
No, you need some.
Yeah. I remember one time I was having some problems with my church, and DJ was like, I don't want to hear nothing else. Don't talk to me nothing else about your church. Because every time you talk to me, you don't never do anything about it. I swear, for 4 years, I ain't talked to her about my church. I remember I was sitting in Pizza Hut parking lot, and I was like, did she just say that? She's like, you just stay there. You do. I mean, she.
No, but you need to hear that. Yeah, because she does that. Remember, there's a person I talked about for years and years and years. Mm-hmm. And so everybody else was like, Deidre was like, oh, listen. And the advice she gave was just raw, uncut, and it's like it makes you feel bad in a moment, but you're like, she was right, and it was said in love, so it's not taken.
But y'all do realize y'all all do me like that, right?
No.
I don't.
No, that is not true. We coddle you a lot more than
you know what? And that's exactly what I'm saying. Not to say that we're going to turn this into the Deidre therapy show, but because
I just need y'all to know, y'all always it ain't even no issue. And she is not as gentle as she is with everybody else. You're not gentle with me.
Yeah. I think
and I might need some of that.
She's not. I see a different side of Tasha when she talking to you.
You know why? I'm gonna give y'all.
I'm
gonna give y'all an example. I'm gonna give you a real life example of what we're talking about right now. Why I'm not gentle with her. We was getting dressed for another take, looking beautiful. I'm gonna wear this. Try out the outfit. You need to take that sweater off. And guess what I did?
Took the sweater off.
I took the sweater off.
Because you knew you looked better.
No, I took the sweater off because my friend told me to take the sweater off.
That's right.
And I took it off. Now, if I tell her something, do you think she listens to America?
I do listen.
Hell no.
I listen.
Deidre, what do you listen to?
Well, she told me to lotion my
ankles. Did you lotion your ankles?
And I did.
Deidre, I do. She does listen.
Okay, well, then maybe that was my perception and it was wrong.
It was your perception.
Okay. Yeah. I can admit it.
But I do think every person has a role to play. And I think, do you think you strategically fall into that role or it just becomes you?
I think it's your energy. I think it's who you are. It's your energy. It's who you are. It's how you walk.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to come out of my roles.
And I you did too. The last season, you tried to not be in your role, but this season you're embracing your role.
No, let me tell you.
No, it was like, I spoke in my spirit. Somebody told me I'm dirty, man.
That is true. And I was like, the hell? This is who I am and whatnot. And I love it. But sometimes people,
that's what we love about
sometimes people think I'm a little bit too much. But I said, you are. For you.
And I think that's the beautiful thing about life. I think that's the beautiful thing about God, about our sisterhood, about our friendship. But this is what we need right here, right now.
Yeah.
So one person may have the idea, but it takes a whole village to make it come to fruition.
Yeah.
And if your job and your role is to be that voice, there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean that you're any.
But
your
let me
role
tell you
is
something.
Bigger
That's how
it just is. Especially when you have, and I think somebody said this, when you're whole as women, as we are,
you don't feel intimidated.
Like you let your light shine, because when yours shine, then I have.
And that's what I was about to say.
Let it
shine. That is the true litmus test of who you need to be with.
Yes.
If you have to dumb down yourself, or if you feel some kind of way restricted, then you know. Because I do have, not anymore, because we distanced. Because I have definitely totally distanced myself. I felt that. Always looking from the side and whatnot, but evidently my confidence it bothered you.
How he said? Deion Sanders said, "Don't allow
my confidence
to offend your."
And I can't wait. I can't wait to get around my girlfriends because I know that I can get on top of the tables. I can roll on the floor.
Yes.
And I can get up and preach on Sunday, and they're gonna be
right there.
Let me tell you, my friends always. I know when Joanne is preaching because here come my own mirrors. They're coming in there, and that's a beautiful thing. And I have definitely gotten away from playing my dumbing myself down.
No, don't dim your
light. Because I be wanting to fight.
Yeah.
I'm either gonna go to therapy or jail.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we better choose therapy.
What do y'all think about?
Because I don't visit jails.
What do you think? I know Tasha.
I'm coming to see you. I'll put some money on your
books
books too.
See me now.
I'll put some money on your
books. I might send some money by Tasha to put on your books, but I'm not
gonna
coming to
see me and sneak some chicken wings in her bra.
I
don't want to hear that. What do y'all think about the idea of sisterhood in business and all that. So, and like as a boss, like, do you think that we as women support other women doing things? And we see, like, so if I was a principal, for example, and I had, you know, black females that were trying to do the same thing I'm doing, do you feel like it's natural for us to bring our sisters up with us?
I think that is on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, it is.
I definitely, I like the fact that that's what we want to do. That's our go-to mindset. I'm going to help this sister because I'm here and I want to see her get here. But let me tell you, some people are not appreciative. Some people are stab you in your back. Some people are more trouble than they're worth.
They're not ready.
So I think, they're not ready. So I think having a mindset is wonderful. But I definitely, you can't take everybody with you.
Harriet,
some people.
You had to have a discerning spirit.
Couldn't take everybody.
Some because they want to stay right there with the word. You have to have a discerning spirit. I think it goes to who each woman is. You can look, if there's a woman that's ready to receive what you have to offer her, if she's in that space mentally, emotionally, then yes, you can. But every woman is not ready just because she's your sister.
But I like
every woman is not ready just because she's a woman. Because I'd like to throw out this, since all of us are in different professions, we all work with multicultural races and stuff. I mean, your sister might be of a different culture. She might be of a different race. And you know, do you not support her? Do you not look for her for the support just because she's different? I would definitely like that. I'm in a position now where my boss is a Caucasian woman and I enjoy her and I try to support her in be that sounding board to let her know you're doing a good job. That safe space for her because of the way she ended up in the position or whatnot. And I think that that's important, but everybody can't do that emotionally. And that's sad.
Because that intimidates some women.
Yeah, that does intimidate. And then I think it's good that you want to do that. And I don't necessarily feel, but I'm not going to say I feel like it's my responsibility. It's just innate. It's just innate. When I kind of mentor a lot of single parents in my church. It's just innate. I want to see them do
I want to see people do better.
I want to be a part of being
whole.
Yeah, and I do. So I think it's innate. But at the same time, I do have to, make sure that we're on the same page and it's not one size fits all. Because when you do try to bring people up, you need to make sure that they want to come up and they want to do that. So I think it's us. I think it's innate, but I think we have to be very careful.
That is very interesting because my experience has been more so white males are more the ones that are like, all right, what you trying to do? I'm gonna help you get there. I'm gonna use my privilege to help you get to where. Not necessarily women, especially black women.
For real.
That has been and someone I know, she's your soror, she actually did her dissertation on that.
Okay.
Minority women in power and the lack of them doing that for other women.
Because I'm gonna say my worst boss was a black female. All right, so
I think it's
I won't even interview out of school if it's a black.
Because can I just say, principal?
Somebody just said,
can I say two things out loud?
Okay, but it is. I know, I can't even believe it said because we're gonna have to close, ladies, because we could go on for forever, and I don't want to end sisterhood this way. So let's think of something positive. One of y'all got something positive.
And for the record, my last black female principal at my last school, that's my girl. Okay. So
and I will work for you, but that's different.
I don't think it has anything to do with the color.
Nothing to do with color.
It's the content of their character.
That's right.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with their color.
I think everything always goes back to the person as a whole.
Yeah.
And we have to remember every single person has a battle they're fighting, and you just don't know what they're fighting when they come into that job that day. And a lot of times, as African American women, we deal with a whole lot of battles, and we try our very best to deal with it and not let people know. We try our very best to show up when sometimes we might just need to stay home or go to the couch and get some help.
Let me tell you something. I agree with all that. And I understand that some women, they deal in their own battles. But this is my little PSA. Don't bleed on me, heifer. Go to therapy.
I said go to the couch. Go to the counseling couch.
I'm getting tired of y'all showing up under the insecurities.
One of my favorite little, what do you call those things? When they have the pictures on it. Is it a meme?
Oh, yeah. It's a meme.
But it was some art. It was just a picture. Anyway, sit with women who winning. The conversation's different.
Okay.
See you next time at Chatter.
Bye.
Bye-bye.